Hey everyone, welcome to Black Arrow Gaming. I'm Bob, and this is the 8th episode in my 4th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. I've got a few comments to go over this week. We had, we had one from Daniel Moe. He suggested putting a fort out here by the ruins I just cleared. Not a bad idea. I might do that with my builder if I have time to get him up there. The first thing I want to do is get that tower in place with this builder. So I'm going to head that direction, and kind of what he has to do, I'm going to be tunneling up and probably place a tower like here. But before I do that, I wanted to talk a little bit more about what my builder is actually doing. Tarsak had mentioned in a comment that it's probably a good idea for me to not build so many roads just yet. For one thing, I'm spending money to do it that I could be using to improve my infrastructure, and for another thing, this gives a path for the enemy to get to me, because as the dwarves, I have cave crawling, so I can move on dirt tiles just like if they were roads. It will benefit me once I have advanced logistics. I will still move a little faster because of that, but for now, whether I have a road or don't have a road, my units can basically move just as fast on it. I don't think it so, for instance, a normal move would cost 4. A dwarf moving underground would normally use up 3, and as you can see, that deep guard still uses 3 when he moves on the road. It goes from 25 to 28. So that doesn't do me that much good to build roads yet. But the enemies can still move them to get at me faster. Now, fortunately for me, the enemy most likely to attack me up here would be orange, and I'm actually getting ready to go after him. So I don't think that'll be an issue in this case, but it could have been a problem if I played more defensively or didn't bother coming up to the surface here. So I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about all that. For now, I'm just going to send him out here and get that tower up first thing. I also was thinking that this dirt area in here would be a good place to dig. The only problem is I kind of got to go around to the other side because there's a giant rock wall in the way, and I don't want to tunnel all the way through here because of the aforementioned reason I'm putting the tower up in a really defensible spot. So I have some things to do. I think this builder might end up coming up this way anyway, and if it does, then I guess I could put a fort there. It wouldn't be a bad defensive spot to have one on this side of the bridge anyway, to just kind of watch this area. Tuvika Boss said, don't attack the... Or he thought maybe I shouldn't attack... Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, scratch that comment. I was thinking there was an Eldritch Pit up here. It's not. I had it confused with some other structure, but if I'd find an Eldritch Pit, I might be able to farm it for a snake, is basically what he was getting at. Just wait until it spawns one. I might find one anyway, so we'll see, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and clear this stuff as quickly as I can. I don't know where any of them are, but yeah, it'd be an Eldritch Pit that would spawn snakes. I don't think the monster dens do, but that might be one idea to think of if I do come across one. Tarsak, oh no, we already went over that. Civ 5 Addict mentioned that I could probably sell more rewards. I probably should. I think I remember taking one in the last episode that afterwards kind of thought maybe I didn't need that. It may have been the one that gave my druid this item here for Inflict Chilling, but I don't remember for sure. But yes, considering I'm a little tight on money right now and have several cities I want to upgrade and units I'm trying to build, selling quest rewards, unless it's an item that I really, really want, is probably a good idea. Jeff had, the comment from Jeff, I'll go over that last because it was a little bit more detail-oriented. The one from Arch Redbeard, he had said that I should upgrade the fort down here that I'm planning on eventually putting a city. I should upgrade that to stone walls before putting the city there because it will give me more dirt tiles and make the dwarves happier, which in the long run will benefit the city. Yeah, that's a good idea and something I probably would have forgotten to do, but yes, I will try to remember to do that before I build a city there. I think right now I have to think about what my capital city is going to build next. I was making musketmen. I think I was maybe going to make one more. I don't remember for sure. I'll get to that in a minute. But the comment this week that I wanted to spend a little more time on came from, let's see here, that was from Jeff. And he had a very advanced comment about good tower locations, because I sort of brought that up in the last episode. He actually sent me a map, which you guys can find in the comments for the last episode, episode 4-8, I think. And and he had actually marked different spots for where good tower locations might be, or good existing towers to take over. One good valuable point was here, which I'm about to get that tower now. Another one he had mentioned was, I think, down here. I think it was this bridge area right here. Somewhere in this area, to kind of watch this path, watch the river, or the lava river, and kind of keep an eye out on this whole southern access point. It'd also give me maybe advance warning if anything came through this way. So those are good spots. I think maybe there was an existing tower down here. I don't remember for sure. There is one there, which would probably be helpful. It doesn't give me quite as advanced warning as something a little further down, but yeah, just a lot of great advice about good places for towers. I read through the whole comment. I admit I probably won't remember all of it, but I just wanted to point that out. One of them that he had talked about was getting this tower here for advanced warning of pirate attack. That's probably a good idea, since I know there's a pirate ship there, and my army is right here. I think I got time to run over and grab that. And then he had said make sure to take this one here before attacking the city up here, as this will give me a good field of view over this whole area. And that's also a good idea. Having a spy drone is going to help once I have it researched, or once I am able to cast the spell on the next turn. And it's basically going to go straight up there. But I can't really send it along the water like I wanted to, because the boats could come after it, so. Alright, well, okay, I got all that out of the way, and I think I can go ahead and just continue on in the game here. Probably am going to start this tunnel here and sort of hug that wall. Wait a second, it really looks like I can get through there. No, there's just a thin layer of rock cavern walls preventing me from tunneling into there, unfortunately. Alright, I had saved this battle to do in this episode. I think my armies are... That spider could use some healing, and my armies are mostly out of movement. So I'm going to wait and give this one some time. Give everyone time, a chance to heal, and then on the next turn can go into the next battle with full health on everyone. I'd rather not take any unnecessary risks. And then these two dwarves here, I'm not 100% sure about what to do with them, but they probably shouldn't be sitting here being useless. King's army's down there. I think the Druid's army is doing some more heavy structure clearing right now, so I'm probably going to send him up that way. The only problem is if like a lost soul or something sneaks back this way. Maybe it's not a bad idea to just have a couple defenders hanging out back here just in case of an emergency. It would take them an awful long time to reach my Druid. A few turns at least, probably two turns because of cave crawling. I'm gonna leave them. I'll leave them here for now, just because I feel a little bit safer having a couple units back. If a group of lost souls show up, I could probably build one more unit really fast and actually stand a chance at defending. What else is out there? I wish I knew more about what was out in the northeast there. You know what? I'm going to take that chance. I shouldn't have moved that deep guard back, because now I've wasted some movement, but I think getting those guys up there will be helpful. Or at least get them along, start moving them that direction. They could still make it back to the city on this turn if I needed to. It's kind of a tough call. I don't think I have as much to worry about, because I did clear a lot of structures in this area, but there's this narrow little path in the back here that goes up to who knows where, and I could see lost souls coming down and then just floating through and going straight after it. Wait, actually that path is blocked by rock walls. Oh, they would have to come through there anyway, because there's walls in their way. Unless they came down the river, but yeah, I would see them, especially if I get a fort in that area, so maybe I'll be okay. Yeah, I might be okay. Because even if they come through this area, they would probably see my fort and try to capture that first. So I would have a little advanced warning. And like I said, that is probably where I will go put a fort. Because I could use the extra research. I mean, it's always helpful. It won't make a good city, but it doesn't hurt to have a little bit of extra territory down there. Or won't hurt to have a little bit of extra territory down there. And that'll give this builder something to do once it's done with this, since I'm probably going to send him up and around anyway. Crossing my fingers and hoping I can make it to that tower spot on this turn. Dark Sun will be gone, so my units will actually be able to see further going into the next turn, which will be useful for the spy drone that I'm going to summon up top. I'm not 100% sure about what to do with this one that's down here. I think exploring more of the underground is useful, but going above ground is also tempting. There's that little island there. I think for now I'm going to keep this one down here. Even though it can't see as well, I think exploring in the underground is where I'm going to be likely have most of my cities. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to stay underground for now. I don't really, excuse me, I don't really want to meet new computers just yet. I think one is enough for now. And I'm probably less likely to find them down here. Decline. We shall not have peace. Alright, I think this army should be able to handle that just fine without the crossbow's help. Actually, I may as well bring the crossbowman over, though, because it's not like there's anything else I'm going to do with him. I'll just... yeah, they'll be fine. I'll have the crossbow wait in that city there. Alright, I would prefer that that Black Knight go charging right into the Deep Guard if at all possible. And it's kind of a no-brainer here, but I want to heal him and give him Guardian Flames. And the last comment, well, Arch Redbeard had also mentioned something. Said try to remember to use this earlier in the battle. He's correct. Gotta remember to use all those abilities. Could probably bestow Iron Heart on him too and just turn that guy into an absolute monster. Oh yeah, we'll do that. Although I want to get a little more safer spot for that hero. Not with so many things bearing down on him. Alright, move him here, here. Move those guys up, because I'll probably want him to kind of nuke that horse a bit. And bestow Iron Heart. And use these guys, who now have 15 defense, to kind of get in the way out here. Let's try to set that guy on fire. There we go. Okay, they should be fine if I send them out there. I kind of want to go rush them with the Deep Guard, but I think instead what I'm going to do, those are Impalers over there, right? I'd really have them over dealing with the Impalers. Now, the Impalers, I've got time to deal with them. These guys are tough. They'll handle all that just fine. It's a lot of things that could hit them, but they'll be okay. And then I'll let those Impalers... Man, if they Warcry, though... 3 to 5 times 2... It's a lot of things that could hit them. I'm going to try to kill that Black Knight on this turn. Or at least reduce some of its movement. Let's see. Yeah, they'll be okay. Dwarves have a lot of defense. Okay, good. They fumbled. And now a defensive strike from these guys could finish him off. Almost guaranteed to hit him, get him without a defensive strike. I think I'll let the Boar Rider go do that. Okay, that takes that thing out of the equation. And I can move the Axeman up. And he can go probably here. Yeah, I think I want him to guard the flank on those guys. Should be okay. Alright, I think I'm good. Absolutely not. Get off of me. Even with all their buffs, they still took a decent amount of damage. They're fine, though. Alright, well, nuke this guy, I guess. Also defensive strike him. I don't think it really matters that much at this point. Sneak around and flank these guys. Anything else I can do for heals? Nope. Alright. Go ahead and defensive strike just for the XP. Fry those guys. Move up here, and I think the Spirit Ray should finish the Razor Bow off. Yep. Okay, got a better view of where those ships are, which could actually be helpful considering that I want to make a spy drone, which I probably should have summoned before moving this army backwards over here. It's alright. I can actually summon it at this city anyway. Right there, I think. Stay just in the water. I think I'm out of range of those boats. Kind of hug that coastline and see what I can find. Alright, back to this city, which is being upgraded towards machine production. Probably, I mean, the Masters Guild is a sort of an obvious choice. Did I already get the Flow Rock Quarry? Looks like I did. Flow Rock Citadel. Well, I'm going to need the Dreadnought's factory one way or the other. That is 150 production. The Masters Guild won't quite get me there. Can make the city happier. Domain of Earth is probably a good thing to start casting now. Once Domain of Earth is done, I'll actually want to be thinking about mana income, because I'm spending a lot. My mana's down to 104 now. I have a slight net profit of mana, but it's not a lot. I could burn through it really fast by building observatories and stuff. I might want to consider building a temple or a shrine if I don't have one. Here we go. I think a shrine in that city would be good right now if I'm going to start casting Domain of Earth on a lot of cities. And Domain of Earth will get this city to where it could make the Dreadnought's Foundry in one turn. It will not get it to where I could make that in one turn, but I could get to where I could make the Masters Guild in 2 turns. Maybe the Public Baths is a good... There's a lot of things that it would help. I think I'm just going to have to build something now. Yeah, I think all of these structures would benefit immensely from having Domain of Earth cast on that city. So one of them is just not going to get quite as good of a... I'm not going to get quite as good of a deal on it, but let's go with the Masters Guild. I want that extra flat production anyway. And then I think with that combined with the other stuff... Oh, wait, I actually can't build the Masters Guild. It's too expensive. I don't feel like I could go wrong with Public Baths. I'll do that. Just boost the happiness a little. That'll help me regardless. Or I could just wait, produce merchandise, and buy something else in my capital city. Like another settler, possibly. Which, that actually costs 275 gold, so I don't have enough for that either. Maybe another musketeer. We'll see how happy the city is after I've cast Domain of Earth on it. In the meantime, let's throw out another musketeer. Whoops. That's not what I intended to click on. I kind of want to get an observatory down there too. Some people mentioned that in the comments. But I think right now I just want more units for structure clearing. I'm going to make merchandise here. I need to keep that gold income up, and this city doesn't have a whole lot of useful stuff that it can build right now. Alright, and then I'll stick with merchandise here. Alright, back down to my other underground scout. A lot of rock walls here. Let's follow the river. There might be an interesting spot up here. There's an earth node, I can make use of that. Alright, let's get these guys. Let's get this battle over with here. Only a probable victory. I can kind of see why, but the advantage going into a battle against apprentices is that I have two different longbow options here. And apprentices, while dangerous in mass packs, aren't quite as scary when you've got something that can shoot back at them and do a bunch of damage. It's those wisps that honestly terrify me more than anything else, I think. Fortunately, they came straight after the Forge Priest. And will promptly get nuked. Let's go up here and give these apprentices a nice warm welcome. Should be able to... Okay, could kill them off real easy. The other one's not so much. The elf is not going to be able to do enough damage once he gets up there. Probably hold ground, bring the elf up. Should be alright. Kinda wish they hadn't charged me. That one's going after the dwarf. I'll bring him back over to where my other units are. And then probably stick the crossbows in front of the Forge Priest and leave them on defense. They gotta get closer to their target anyway. Ah, that was a Draconian firebomb. One of the reasons Draconians make such good sorcerers. That Draconian sorcerer that I played in a previous series is still probably my favorite form of the sorcerer. Alright, these axemen have defensive strike, so maybe I want them to get out there and do that. Move them up a bit, let the longbows deal with those guys. Okay, defensive strike in this situation would probably be pretty useful. Especially since that guy should be targeting the one in the back. Cool. Alright, and want to burn Phantasm Warriors since they don't handle elemental attacks so good. I don't think you can web those guys, nope. Aw, stunned. We'll let those guys do their thing. Probably will run around, maybe see if I can get a flank attack on them. Nah, I'll stay here. Hide behind this cover and force them to come to me. Okay, I want to think about healing them. Let's back up. Let's back up here. So I want XP. Back the spider up. Give him some much needed healing. can awaken spirit on him or something on the next turn. That'll work. And now they're in range of all of my range stuff. Oh yeah, don't want to forget this. I think I might have moved stuff. Nope, didn't move anything in the way. Who wants the kill? How about that boar rider? Oh, I should have used the firstborn to dispel. Forgot to do that. Okay, I got a bunch of research, which is very helpful to me. Let's see. What do I want next? Probably cannons. Pair well with the... I'm getting some engineers. I lost one, but I think I have 1 or 2 right now. I'll have more. And I'm gonna want... And I can get some of them ready so that I'm prepared for when that's done. Modern Warfare training I kind of want early too, because that's going to give me an immediate benefit right off the bat. I think I will take Modern Warfare training, just so I have it and I'm ready. Again, not taking healing, holding until level 11, which is the next level actually. I'll level this guy up one more time and I can get Summon Beast Horde, but I don't think I'll have enough casting points to actually cast it. So I might have to level him up once or twice more. Alright, a lot of Frostlings in there. Fortunately, my fire magic is more than a match for them. Okay, the crossbow needs to get split up for a second. Because I want these guys together. They're all a little bit injured, so I'm going to give everyone another turn to heal. Play it safe here. Oh, there's bandits up there too. I could actually probably go straight up after them and be fine. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of them before... Ooh, another Necromancer. My gosh, there's a lot of stuff out here. Alright, we'll come back for this. Well, actually, I don't want to get carried away here and go too far, because I actually might want this army to just continue moving in that direction. So I'm going to stick with the original plan. Have them wait. We'll go after that farm on the next turn. Could get a Fell Horse from that. And that may give these guys time to catch up so they can actually contribute. So I'll keep sending them that way. There's also a pile of mana out there that I'd really like to snag. I think maybe I'll send the Prospector over to that, because the Prospector, I might want him digging in this area. He certainly doesn't really need to be fighting. Okay, that's more or less right along the line I want to dig. One more spot, and then I'll put a tower there. Right there. Alright, time for my King's Army to see some action. I finally got a musketman on the battlefield, so we'll see how he performs. Just one charger, huh? I hate chargers, they scare me. I am going to back up, take advantage of the fact that they're charging me, try to get them at a disadvantage. Hopefully that charger, hopefully I can lure him into going after somebody. Just not sure who. I guess the Axeman is the prime choice there. I want to leave him as close to the middle as possible. If they're dumb enough to fly all the way down here and attack him, that would be perfect. Also want to make sure the engineer and the musketmen are relatively close together, so leave them over here on the sides. That should work. Unfortunately, it kind of packed my units together into a firebomb. Probably wasn't a great idea, but okay, they did come running in though. So if I play this right, I should be fine. It's a lot of units bearing down on my position. I want to get rid of those flamers ASAP. So I think that's what I'm going to do with these guys. I can ride this guy up. Yeah, here's what I'm going to do. I would love to get that guy. Oh wait, that's a crusher. I don't really want the axemen to go after them. I want to get the crossbows just a little further away from that crusher. That may have been overkill on that flamer. Probably could have just sent the boar rider out there to deal with it. And these guys are all resistant to fire, so that's not particularly good for me. Let's see, a defensive strike probably wasn't a bad idea. It's going to retaliate against me twice, though. Unless I turn it around. I have plenty of options to do that. I think the engineer with the area effect attack will probably be most useful up front. Blunderbuss won't do full damage to the flamers. Or to anybody, really. They have projectile resistance, too. Man. A lot of resistances. Okay, I'm going to try to turn them around. I might kill them in one shot, which would be awesome. Not quite. So we'll just do a little defensive strike to finish them off. And I would love to get up there. How much damage are they going to do to my king on a flank attack? I should be okay. But I want to try to kill that flamer somehow. And I don't really want to risk all of my units here. This might be a situation where it'd be better to hold ground. I have a 30% chance to lower the crusher's movement. Maybe I can get rid of a crusher instead. Ooh, the critical hit helped. Alright, and the pattern for a blunderbuss is like that, so I would be able to reach from here, maybe more safely from here. Oh, really? Dang, okay. There's nothing I can do now. That thing's gonna hit somebody. They held up a little better than I thought they would. Cool. Maybe I'm not giving them enough credit. After all, they are dwarves, so there's a little extra defense boost there. I want Guardian Flames on someone. I would need to make sure that I can kill everything here first. That's not a problem, just hit him in the face. Flank on those guys. And these guys are out of range attacks, but I can reload the musketmen and get one more off. Pressure's turned around currently. Okay, let's do this. Then I can pretty much do whatever. That thing has to attack the first... Yeah, that thing basically has to attack my War Rider, so I'm just going to heal somebody. Alright, got a nice field of view down here now. I really want to see what's in those production resources, actually. If I get something nice for that city on this turn, it might help me determine my build priorities a little bit better. I'm kind of beat up, though. This is really tempting, because I could get everybody there, then I could get the haste berries and head back. There's only 5 units. I've got 6. I think I'll be okay. I don't think I need to wait another turn for this. As long as everyone has enough movement. And I think they do. Alright, very likely victory. Should be okay, fingers crossed. Shock Troopers and Black Knights always scare me. And for good reason. Fortunately, these dwarves won't handle the fire damage quite as well. Alright, I want to try to get the Black Knight, probably. See if I can lure him into hitting something. Crossbows in back. Maybe if I can get them both to attack the Firstborn. Or, I mean, not the Firstborn, the Axeman. I could give him Guardian Flame so he can hit back a little harder. And I think he would survive. Only range units way over there. I wanted to move them a little. Here, this will work. Beef them up a little bit. Get the engineer down here. Probably more inside the battlefield zone, and then leave the War Riders on the flank route. All right, let's see what they do. I think the dwarves could hold up to an attack from both of those units. Oh yeah, they're fine. Alright, so the 2 scary units both have their guard down. Still a lot of other works to back them up, though. Maybe I should have cast Stone Skin. Maybe. I do see a great place for this engineer to shoot from. The problem is that these guys are facing this direction. I would love to turn that unit around. Specifically have it looking this way, but that leaves a great deal of vulnerability for the War Riders if I can't finish off the Impaler on this turn. I think I can, though. I'm gonna go for it. That was a poor decision, because that also puts them right in the path of my blunderbuss, which is now even less useful. That was a terrible decision. Does Guardian Flame give fire resistance? 40% protection. Might shoot my own guy here. Hoping it doesn't really have to come to that. Alright, slightly altered plan. These guys will do plenty of damage to that Black Knight. got defensive strike. Could probably finish the Black Knight off. I think that's probably the best option here. Alright. The crossbows are not in a great position to help. I think I might lose these guys. I don't really have a unit that can deal... Well, actually, that'll do quite a bit of damage to the shock trooper. Which would do more, though? That's up to 12. That's up to like 36 damage. That's more than the bullet. Alright, if I can turn them around, I think I'll be okay. I just would like to do it without getting something killed by that Impaler. I need to try... I need to try to kill that Impaler. That's threatening the Boar Rider, and I'd rather lose the Axeman than the Boar Rider. Problem is I don't know that I can kill the Impaler. Got Stone Skin. Now I need my king to be hitting something on this turn. Alright. So if the king hits the... I know the king I want to hit the shock trooper. How much damage is he going to do to those guys? Plenty. With Guardbreaker too. How about them? They'd probably kill it. See, the thing is, I basically need 2 units to kill that, but I also need 2 units to kill this. And they'll probably Warcry and kill the Boar Rider. Sure I don't have other units? Nope, it's just those 3. I could maybe give the Boar Rider Stone Skin, but then I wouldn't be able to kill the Shock Trooper. How much damage would I do to those guys? Not quite enough, although it'd be more once I moved closer. Alright. Maybe the Musketeers can lower the movement of that Impaler. Oh, it's not a great chance. There is no good option here, so I'm just going to do something. I'm going to get rid of those guys. What's the damage on the gun? Not quite enough. Okay, good. At least they're dead. I'm thinking about running out with the Engineer and melee attacking, but that's or the Musketeer. That doesn't seem like a good idea. I could be better off just moving behind this guy, shooting them, and really hoping. Well, there's a 55% chance from here that it lowers their movement. Should mean they'd only get 2 hits on me instead of 1. That's all I can do. I did lower it. I think I'm still gonna lose that Boar Rider. Oh no, they went after the Engineers. Gosh. Okay, good. Good, the Boar Rider survived. I lost another Engineer, but that's a loss that I can take. This was a risky battle going into it, but I did it anyway. Well, who wants to kill who, I guess, at this point. That's all there is to ask. Yeah, I'll just reload it. You guys, go here, then here, here and here. Crossbow can take them out. As we use that extra damage for something. And then my king needs to shoot this guy in the face. Alright, unfortunately, down goes another Engineer, but I did get free siege. Oh, it's putting it in this city instead. That's unfortunate. I guess that is technically closer. I was really hoping it would go into that city. I wish you could see how much these cost in this menu. I don't know if there's a way to click out of it and look, but I know the Siege Workshop is, I'm pretty sure that's 150 gold. I think that's more than the Dreadnought's Foundry. So I'm going to take that. Alright, so not exactly as good as I was hoping out of that. Let's get everyone back. Another rough battle. Man, these structures are something else. Alright, well, I lost the engineer, and he'd be cheaper to replace, I think, than the Actually, the musketman, yeah, is a little more expensive. I'll replace that engineer, I suppose. Hero did level up, and I do kind of want to get that physical protection. Yeah, I'm going to grab that. That's a nice little insurance policy to have. I'll keep his other points. He's got... Yeah, I'll keep those other points and see what he comes up with on the next turn. Alright, so I committed to buying that engineer. Hang on, let me look at something. I got 234 gold. Yeah, alright. We'll stick with the plan. Buy an engineer here. Produce merchandise for a couple more turns in these cities. Rely on Domain of Earth to get the happiness for this one up enough to where it can become more productive. It's also going to grow on the next turn and get more dirt walls. So it'll probably become... I might be able to get this cheerful in a couple turns. And that'll likely allow me to build a lot of these structures using less time. So in the long run, I'll come out ahead a little bit. I think. It's hard to do the math. There's a lot of complicated math that goes behind, like the city production and how happiness factors into it. There have been discussions in other episodes about that. Might be difficult to dig up out of the comments, but they are there. And I'm not going to really get into it in that much of detail here. For now, all I know is that more happiness is good for me. And I'll have a better sense of just how happy the city is once the borders have grown. Yeah, see, that bumped it up to very happy. So I bet that this will get it to cheerful. Even at very happy though, now I can build the Masters Guild in 2 turns, because that bumped it up enough to where I have at least 125 production. Observatory. I'm close to making the Observatory and the Dreadnought's Foundry. For that, I could build the Masters Guild. I don't know that I will need it, but for like the later units, I will need it eventually. So I think I'm gonna really commit to this city here for making machines. This one is kind of key to my success, at least on the mechanical side. All right, let's get him back up to join the king as soon as I can. Shin guards for that guy. Alright, let's see what I can find here. There is what looks like basically a scout unit there. I think the fastest way to that tower is through this pass here, so I will take it. I will actually, may as well end the turn on the cave entrance, since I have the movement to reach it. Well, he can't come on the water to get me, so there's another city up here. Can I edge forward enough to see it? Probably not. Not on this turn. I'll leave him there, and then I should be able to move up and spot that city on the next turn. That could very well be their capital. Which, if it is, I'm going straight after him. Try to take one out as quick as I can. I got a little more mana income now, so I'm not quite as in need of it there. I will know more from the next turn after. Well, actually, Domain of Earth is... I wanted to look at how much upkeep this costs, because it might be worth it to build a temple. Domain of Earth. 20 mana per turn to keep that up. I'm probably going to want to cast that on more than one city, so Maybe it's not a bad idea to go ahead and build a temple now while I've got the mana for it. It would be an efficient use of resources too, I think. Oh wait, yeah, that's 150. Oh, that city's close to being able to make it in one turn as well. I'm not going to wait on that though. I'm going to go ahead and grab that because I want to get my mana production back up now that I'm getting ready to start casting some spells. And my capital is going to be stuck on merchandise again for now. Actually, I think the capital, I would rather build the temple in the capital, I think. Because it's along the path towards a grand palace, and I'm more likely to get that in my capital. This city I might actually have as another city producing machines. So... whoops. Okay, hang on. Yeah, I'll do that. And then this one I'll have on merchandise for now. I also want to convert that node now that it's in my territory. Try to remember to do that with my magic on the next turn. Nothing for this city to do but produce gold for now. I'm probably going to need to bring that crossbow with this group, actually. So I don't know what I'm running into up there. I think the more units they have, the better. Ah, there's another city up there. See if I can find a way around. And circle around and go back up. Alright. Should be ready for this battle. That fire magic from that guy is going to help, and the... yeah, he's got fire magic on his bow too, so should be good. Might end up selling the reward from this, because I really do need gold right now. Depends on how good it is, I guess. Alright, good. They're going to let me come to them, which means I can approach from an advantageous position. That's probably going to be over here, shooting across that chasm, because this army has got a lot of good ranged attack options. Oops, and I want to... I know I'm low on mana, but I'm going to go ahead and cast Savage Rage on that spider anyway. Anything to help this guy level up is probably good for me. Also might try to Root Spear the Mammoth or something. Mammoth terrifies me. Those things are strong. I'm almost more scared of that than the Frost Queens. Alright, can I hit anything from over here? That's a good question. I might actually be one tile too far away. Yeah, I'm too far away from the raiders. I could hit those guys. I'm gonna wait a turn here. I'll wait a turn or two and try to hit them with like everything I've got all at once, and maybe take out one Royal Guard right off the bat. Hopefully they don't come running out at me on the next, like, 2 turns. Alright, I'll be shooting through objects, which is going to be... oh, actually, he's... okay, for some reason, that's not a line of sight penalty. Don't ask me how that works. It's going right through a giant tower. Whatever. Alright, so everybody right into position just like this. I don't know if the crossbow will be able to hit it from this angle, but... we'll give it a shot. Alright, now everyone shoot. Like crazy. Alright, yeah, because of the angle of this, I'm not going to be able to get a good hit in with the I can still get 2 shots off with the longbow, which will probably be enough to finish it. It won't quite be enough to finish it. Well, it can't reach me, so I guess there's no reason to rush. And I don't want to leave that guy vulnerable to the mammoth, so we'll wait on that. He is bleeding, that helps. Bleeding and burning. I actually don't even need to worry about him. He's dead. Alright, these guys think they're being sneaky, moving up around down here. I think my Forge Priest will have something to say about that, but that Mammoth Rider is bearing down on me kind of fast. In fact, I think I'll shift this whole army down this way, because there's a little bit too much stuff coming up there, and I'd rather try to take out as many little units as I can before dealing with the bigger stuff. Which would do more damage. That, I think, would do significantly more damage. Try to stay out of that mammoth's range. Okay, cool. I can lure him into attacking whatever I want. Which is probably going to be these poor punching bag axemen. Yeah, that'll work. Come at me. Oh, good, a little free damage to the mammoth there. Alright, not so tough when you're attacking a dwarf axeman on defense. Okay, want to get rid of that guy, I think, first, before he gets close enough to do any damage with his explosive death. I think I should have enough firepower to kill that mammoth. I am a little worried about those 2 frost queens back there. Might only do 1 hit on that thing. I'd love to see if I could web it. That would be awesome. I don't really see a reason not to try at least. Okay, cool. That makes things significantly easier on that side. Which means I can back up a bit. Shoot that guy. Can probably finish him with the longbows. Yeah. Need to get my firstborn out of the way. Get a free hit on them. I can do a little more damage if I Guardian Flame him first. Free defensive strike. Can probably kill it with the crossbows. Awesome. Actually, I should have probably left him there for a turn. He was kind of making a nice... getting in the way of the Frost Queens. Oh well, they'll probably try to frost me. With lower defense, yeah, Guard Breaker, whatever that ability is called. Okay, a lot of exposure going on. First thing I want to do is just turn him around. Expose him to flank attacks from units that can do more damage. Cool. Alright. Levels for everyone. Or for some. Alright, those are some decent items. That is tempting to keep, because those are some solid defense boosts and resistance boosts. I still get 60 gold out of it. I'm going to hang on to those. I'll sell this cowl that's giving him night vision. Well, actually, do I have a unit? Wait, the dwarf units have night vision, don't they? Yes, they do. So no real reason for the druid to have it too. Yeah, I didn't even give him a vision. He doesn't have a vision range upgrade, does he? Oh, he does. It's right there. And night vision isn't bad on him, but let's take it off and see how much it hurts me. I'd rather have the defense. And he could use that torso gear too. I need to get him stuff to protect him. If I wanted to micromanage this, I could by like moving that item in and out, moving that in for battles and then back out. I don't know that I want to do to that level of detail. Maybe if somebody else could use that hat, I could give it to my king. You know, that's what I'll do. I'm going to leave the night vision with this guy, because he's got that vision grade upgrade. I like being able to see extra far. Send this to my king. He could use it. Alright, they took care of that. Can go back down here and deal with all those fell horses. I know I'm over an hour, but I kind of want to accomplish a little bit more in this episode. As long as they can't reach, I don't think they can rush out and hit that axeman right off the bat, so should be good. Ooh, good, a no mercy opportunity. This battle shouldn't take too long. That is a ton of horses. My animal's better than yours. Actually, I don't see a reason to not run everybody over this way. Make the horses come at me in more of a line rather than a wall. Savage Rage is a pretty cheap spell, so I should probably just continue casting that as much as I can. The poor firstborn's taking all the damage again. Get off of my friend. Leave everybody kind of set up like this so nobody can take more than a single hit except for the spider, who has enough health to handle 3. Don't know if the axeman could or not. It's hard to tell. Oof, that was close. These guys are immune to fire, I think. Otherwise I would try to finish them off. No, they're not. They're not immune to it. Nuke one more then, get rid of them. That'll work. Good, more XP for that guy. didn't finish him off. I kind of want my druid to get that kill. So let's see. Let's remember to dispel magic this time. Oh, nobody got the kill because he was bleeding. Alright. And I got a tiger, which may as well take it. Alright, now I'm going to move up and go after those camps. And we'll see. I can not quite get there on this turn. Like this little spot though, regardless of what comes at me, I can defend against only one army. This could be kind of a good choke point, maybe to have a fort or something. That could be really useful, maybe later in the game, to think about that. And then these guys are just about caught up. So this army's pretty strong now and should be able to handle most things without... Most of the structures... It should be able to handle most of the structures that I can attack from multiple directions. The ones that I have to go into, like the tombs and the dungeons, there'll be a little while before I can handle those. And I want a tower right there. Okay, that's a dead end. That's an enemy. I didn't even notice, but they got purple borders. Enemy vassaled them. Okay, that's good to know. Also, those guys are going to come after my drone. I don't know if I'll be able to get away from that. Stay on there for now. Okay, that is the end of this turn, so I'm going to wrap this one up here, I think. A lot going on right now. I'm kind of bummed I lost another engineer, but I guess it's not the end of the world. They can be pretty quickly replaced. I do want to get another city down here soon. That's becoming a bigger agenda item now that gold is becoming more of an issue, or has been for some time. I wonder if... I still don't have quite enough, even if I cancel this. I would love to make a settler here on this turn instead of making a temple. But there's just too many other things that I need to be building. Unless there's some items I could sell. I need 275 though. That's a pretty big gap to make up. You know, for now, I'm going to cancel the temple and I'll just leave it as merchandise. That way on the next turn, I for sure have enough to get a settler. Because I want to do something with that city down there. And I also need to upgrade that to a stone fortress. Yeah, I can do that. The math on that should work out. 120 minus 214 is going to be, it's going to be like 194? No, 94. Plus 225. Yeah, I'll have enough. I'll go ahead and start upgrading this now for Arch Redbeard's recommendation. And then 94, 225. Yeah, I'll have enough. So that'll be have stone walls. And then I will get a little extra money from putting a city there and having a happiness bonus and being able to produce merchandise. So cool, that'll help out my income a little bit. Everything else looks good. So yeah, this is the end of the term, so I'll wrap this one up here. Yeah, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the input you've had for this series so far. It's helping out a lot, and I'll see you in the next episode.